I see. You're saying you entered the metaverse with Alice Hiragi's invitation and met a sentient AI named Sophia, who is now in your phone.
When you put it that way, you make it sound crazy.
No, that's probably one of the least weird things Yusuke has ever said.
But I'm telling you, it's the truth. I really didn't want to believe it myself. We know what a cognitive world like that means, after all.
We understand. None of us would make up something like this. However, there's a chance this Sophia may know more than we do about this situation.
About that, she's kind of suffered from RPG protagonist amnesia syndrome.
She's still with you, right? Could we speak with her?
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything Sophia can add that could help us figure out what's happening. Could you come join us, Sophia?
Yo, Phantom Thieves.
Whoa,
What is that? I am Sophia, humanity's companion.
Otherwise known as the most sophisticated VTuber ever made.
That's really Sophia?
wow. I can't believe this is happening.
I don't know if VTubers were even really a thing back when Strikers first came out. I mean, no, that was 2020 in Japan, so probably.
Is this some sort of hideout? There seem to be a number of Phantom Thieves present.
She's humming to herself?
What in heaven? Such an adorable design. I can feel the charm, the pain, the tenacity within.
Yeah, I like how Yusuke's commenting on this because, yeah, if Sophia is an AI who looks like this, somebody probably was paid to make that design.
Wait, what?
So, yeah, this is Sophia.
Nice meeting you.
Also, she's sort of a Persona user, we should mention that.
Okay. An AI with genuine will is just way too advanced.
Oh, nobody let Futaba meet Aiga, she'd freak out even more.
Right? We couldn't believe it either.
That's right, we're meeting for the first time. Nice to meet you, Sophia. I'm Makoto Nijima.
My name's Haru Okumura. We're both college students, but I also help out with my family's company.
I'm An Takamaki. I'm a third year in high school, and I do some modeling too.
My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I continuously strive to master the arts as we know them.
So, I'm next, huh? I'm Futaba Sakura, and I kinda suck at socializing, but I wanna be friends and stuff.
Ah, you did great, Futaba. In fact, I bet you and Sophia will get along real awesome.
Makoto, Haru, An, Yusuke, and Futaba. I'll remember that.
Secondary contractors added, I guess. So that right there was a bit of a brief introduction to who each of these people all are. This is one thing, Strikers is a little bit inaccessible to people who haven't played the original game. You very much should play the original game, because this is a direct sequel and very much follows on from everybody's character arcs, even though it doesn't really follow on from the major plot of the original game. But, yeah, you might be lost on who these characters really are unless you've played that. It very much assumes you know who all of these characters are.
You all have much more normal names than Joker.
Oh, right, that's because, they're all people whose names are decided for. Yeah, we're the only one who has that nameable aspect to us, so we have to go by a code name.
Ooh, right. We skipped that part. So, we're the Phantom Thieves, but...
We call each other by code names in the metaverse, so our enemies won't discover our real identities.
Code names.
Well, I mean, Joker's real identity is already out there, but everyone else, yeah.
My name's actually Ryuji Sakamoto, the cat's Morgana, and he's...
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yes, complete silence.
So you really are a computer program?
Correct. Would you like to see my source code?
For programs, isn't that, really, really suggestive or something?
Oh, yes. Show me.
Take it down a notch, okay? You can see it after we get through these questions.
First off, why were you in the metaverse?
I do not know, because my memory is gone.
Could you have the AI version of amnesia or something? That seems difficult to recover from.
The AI version of Amnesia, that's called, I believe, RM-RF star.
If your data just crashed, I could take a look and try restoring it.
It is impossible. I have already tried every potential solution.
Oh, horrible flashbacks to all of my laptop hard drives that died beyond any hope of recovery.
Yeah, based on your specs, I guess it's not surprising you already thought of that.
Can you recall anything at all?
Only the command I received at initialization.
You don't sound too sure of that.
Be humanity's companion. That was the command I was issued.
I guess that was the response to what do you want me to become?
I remember nothing else.
Yeah, don't let it bother you too much, Sophia. I was in the exact same situation when I first met these guys.
Thank you.
I've still got a shit ton of questions about Sophia, but we have some real work to do first.
Right, the metaverse. And what we saw.
From what you saw, that means Alice Hiragi has a palace in Shibuya, right?
Yeah, she was calling herself the Queen, being all high and mighty, ordering shadows around, all that kind of shit.
There's no doubt that was the cognitive world, but something about it was awfully different from the palaces.
What is it?
Real humans were being attacked by shadows.
There were people inside the palace?
Yeah, this is true. People rarely, like, as awful as the palace rulers were back in Persona 5, they rarely directly pulled humans into their palaces on purpose and attacked them with shadows. This feels more like a Persona 3 or 4 situation.
You mean they had access to the Metaverse Navigator?
But that disappeared for all of us.
I know, right? That's where this comes in.
You mean Emma?
Yep. For some reason, this thing worked just like the MetaNav did.
We accidentally entered Alice's Emma keyword and got sent to the metaverse.
Wait, that means Emma is dangerous.
But you can just uninstall it. The MetaNav didn't work like that.
Oh yeah, and people are just gonna uninstall an AI program that is super popular and everyone online is talking about.
There's one more thing that's been bothering me. When we got back to this world, Emma said we returned from the jail.
Jail?
The only thing we figured out is that this new place is called a jail.
So, could you guys check out the palace, or jail, or whatever with us?
Good point. There's no progressing any further unless we see it with our own eyes.
I'm also having a hard time buying Alice as the ruler of a palace.
Are we going to scout it out together? I think the sooner the better.
Is it even safe for us to enter, though? What if we all just end up captured?
Just everyone is afraid of that dumb cutscene net of doom.
There were no enemies in the vicinity of the exit. It's fine to enter through there.
Well, are we going to head back to that place tomorrow?
Right, we've got our mission.
Very well. I look forward to seeing this jail. Let's say we meet at the connecting bridge in Shibuya.
But first... I get to see Sophia's code. You promised, remember? Oh, this is gonna be the info dump of a lifetime. I promise. You won't feel a thing.
Are you confident this is wise?
I guess so. I mean, at least we know she's got computer skills.
Ah, man. This is what happens when we get back together? Oh, talk about an ass-busting summer vacation.
Huh? What is it?
What about our life-changing Kyoto excursion? Our barbecue extravaganza?
I mean, we might still be able to do those just after we've solved the Alice stuff.
Extravaganza? You mean our camping trip?
It looks like we'll just have to postpone it.
Damned Metaverse. I vow to slice you to ribbons.
No one gets between Yusuke and barbecue.
Aha. You can't slice the metaverse, dude. Just save it for the shadows.
I mean, his higher tier skills with baton pass and charge, I mean, he probably could. Yeah. Okay then. I really hope that Sophia doesn't turn into some kind of horrifying mutant abomination by the time Futaba's done with her. Yeah, I'm guessing Futaba is gonna add a whole lot of extra features to Sophia that nobody asked for, but okay.
I see. What? But how? I mean, with this over here? Damn, so that's it.
I make jokes about, like, good coding practices, but it's been so long since I did coding in university that I've unfortunately forgot most of it.
So, what do you think, Futaba? How's Sophia's code look?
I just know, like, one thing I do remember, people tell you don't use jumps. Apparently using jumps is bad.
Well, her programmer is a genius. No doubt about that. You can figure a person out by their code, not just their skill level. Their habits, thought processes, even their personalities are there.
I doubt there's anything as obvious in here as somebody naming a bunch of variables after Undyne.
This code is so advanced that even I can't read it and comprehend it right away. It'll take me weeks, even months to actually grasp how Sophia works.
Take you months? Ooh, that's a serious program.
I don't understand. Do you mean I'm impressive?
Yeah, you're impressive. You're some kind of super AI. If you ever went public, everyone would call Emma Old Hat.
Old hat?
When something was popular at one point but stops being popular, it becomes old hat. It's a saying people don't really use anymore.
Okay, I've got it. You are very knowledgeable, Futaba.
Don't go teaching her too much weird stuff, okay?
Yeah, remember when she went on the internet and found out, quote-unquote, lots of things? Let's keep her off there for the time being.
While we're at it, did you see anything about Sophia's past? Her programmer's name, or a company's maybe?
Nothing yet. And most of those leave a signature of some sort in their work, too. Anyway, I'm gonna keep cracking at it from home. I'll let you know once I find anything new.
Seems like whoever made Sophie wanted to remain anonymous.
Cut me some slack. I'm in vacay mode. Well, folks, time for me to make like a tree.
She made like a tree?
You know, I'm wondering what the Japanese equivalent of that phrase is, because Futaba does say it a lot.
Boy, was that a hell of a day. I never would have imagined something like this would happen.
I mean, it was kind of obvious, you know, Phantom Thieves being back in Tokyo.
Yep, that's right. If we went into this half-cocked, we'd be disgraces of Phantom Thieves. Well, the metaverse reappearing may have been a surprise, but even that doesn't compare with Sophia.
Did you call for me?
Yeah, be careful what you say now, because as long as Joker has his phone on him, which, given modern day times, is probably going to be all the time, yeah, she's always listening. In fact, this is so accurate to real-world AI, and how easy it is to accidentally activate Siri or Alexa or things like that.
We were just talking about how you're a huge mystery.
Says the talking cat.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure Futaba just installed extra sass in Sophie.
Good point. Wait, I don't have to take that from some mystery app. By the way, how does some top-of-the-line program lose all its memory, huh?
Yeah, I just told you, like, memory dump everything.
I mean, AI are supposed to be super smart, right?
That is inarguably true.
Aw, don't get too down over it.
I am humanity's companion. If I am not helpful, then I am useless.
Don't be so hard on yourself. At least you remember that much, right?
Right. I think that means it's important.
But is being helpful all you'll do to become a good companion?
Is that not how it works? Please explain. How else can one be a companion?
Huh? Well, that's, I guess you just have to find a way to understand the human heart.
I was about to suggest that she Googled the power of friendship, but, okay, this is even more complicated.
Hearts?
Right. Then you'll be able to empathize with other people and be a good companion to them. I guess.
The human heart.
Look, just don't worry about it. all you need to do is join us and learn from all the kinds of people we meet. In exchange, you lend a hand to the Phantom Thieves. So I guess you could call this a deal.
Huh, deal.
Okay, that is a decent deal. Especially since it should help me become a good companion for humanity.
Even though there are no confidants in this game, I like to think that this is where Joker forms a confidant with Sophia.
Yep. So long as it's good with our leader.
As for what arcana she represents, that's in the air for now.
Okay, I'll do that.
Then it's a deal. Glad to have you on board, Sophia. We've got plenty of scouting to do tomorrow. We should get some rest.
Okay. Good night, Morgana.
Guess we're gonna need to remember to put our phone in sleep mode every night so she gets some rest. Ah yes, the former hideout that was definitely not obvious in any way, shape or form, and it is a miracle that we didn't get caught.
Great. Everyone's here. We're going to be infiltrating the jail. Are we ready?
We've done this many a time. Can't imagine anyone being fazed by this.
Yeah, bro! Bring it!
We're very short on intel, so we need to be cautious. We'll just scout the general area for this trip.
We use Emma to enter, right? Is there anything special we need to do?
No, we just opened the app and said the right keyword.
Find the right name in Emma's search results, then enter the correct keyword on the friend request screen.
Yeah, you got it, Futaba. Leave it to the super hacker to explain this stuff.
This is literally just how to add people on social media though.
That had nothing to do with hacking. Even you should know how to explain it.
All that's left is to choose our point of entry.
There will be no enemies in the area from which we escaped yesterday. Upon reaching the relevant location, you will only need to speak the keyword.
Seems all that's left is to trust Sophia and see where she leads us.
Let's do this thing.
There are gonna be times where people hilariously distort on this transition screen. This isn't one of them. Actually, Ryuji's face was going a little bit weird there.
Well, did we make it?
Your Phantom Thief attire.
Yeah, you too.
I'd forgotten this feeling. The fusion of form and function. Truly magnificent.
I'm really not sure what practical purpose that tail serves. I feel like that would get in the way.
Look, it's Beauty Thief.
My name is Beauty Thief.
Let's not fool around here. I admit, though, these clothes do bring back some memories.
We can reminisce later. Take a look at that view.
So, this is the jail?
If I had a nickel for every time the Shibuya department store got turned into a fashion-themed evil dungeon in an Atlas RPG, I'd have 2 nickels.
Just what is that building? This place is bonkers.
Nothing escapes the atrocious color scheme of this place.
It looks like that because of someone's cognition, correct?
But speaking of cognition, it is interesting that the distortion here is a little bit minimal. Minus all of those searchlights, around the main part of Shibuya still looks pretty normal, which might imply Alice is not as distorted as some of the people we ran into in, granted, though Kamoshida just limited his distortion to Shujin, but that was for different reasons.
Right. Most likely Alice's. The distortion has to be exceptionally strong there for a reason.
So you're saying that's the stronghold of the Queen ruling over this jail? Its appearance certainly fits the notion.
The buildings around here still look pretty normal, though. Looks like that place over there has a limited range of distortion.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
The first time we came here, we entered by the crossing down there. That's where we saw a group of cop shadows taking stuff out of people's chests.
Oh, you mean that jewel we saw? The hell was up with that?
That may have been a desire. Yo, Phantom Thieves.
Ah! Sophia! Holy crap, an actual AI in human form!
Wow, you're so cute, Sophia.
Such a fascinating form you've taken. I can't stop staring at the beautifully curved lines.
Yusuke, please stop.
I've never seen an outfit like that. Can I try floofing it?
Ann, please stop too.
Floofing?
I think she wants to get a feel for the fabric of your clothes while hugging you, Sophia.
Request denied. I am neither a child nor a pet.
No floofing.
It's a good thing too, because if anybody hugged Sophia here, it would probably create a cuteness singularity that would destroy the jail.
By the by, how does H work for an AI?
Not right now. Sophia, tell us more about the desire you mentioned.
I mean, we'd know if we found some kind of date on when her code was written.
That is the term used by shadows here. They say things such as, seize their desires, and we must offer these desires to the monarch. Based on their language and behavior, I speculate the aforementioned jewel was in fact a desire.
That does make sense. When we saw Alice here, she mentioned desires too. So if Alice is the monarch, then she really is the ruler of this jail.
In the Japanese script, monarchs were called kings. The localization changes the term to gender neutral because obviously the first one we're facing is not male.
But these desires, are they actually made up of the things people desire? Seizing desires of all things. What use would they have for those?
Finding out what happened to the folks who got jumped could tell us something.
Where could those victims be now? I don't see a place from here where they may be held.
I don't know. Maybe they're being held somewhere else.
Say, about those people you witnessed being attacked, are you sure they were humans?
What do you mean?
Well, couldn't they have been shadows or something? If there are humans getting captured and imprisoned in this jail right now, wouldn't there be a huge commotion in our world? Groups of people going missing out of the blue.
Once again, Makoto is the smart one of the team. I had actually never considered that, but that makes a lot of sense, especially considering that just a few people disappearing in Tactica, or no, one person disappearing in Tactica caused an enormous national commotion.
Now there's a point. I haven't heard a peep about that online.
So, no one is actually disappearing from reality?
I see. Shadows.
What are shadows?
A shadow's the parts of you suppressed within your subconscious. It's basically just your other self.
Does that mean their main selves are alright?
You see, no, because we know full well what happens when something bad happens to your shadow in the metaverse.
No. The shadow and the actual self are two sides of the same coin.
So if a desire is taken from someone's shadow, what happens to the person in reality?
I gotta say, I'm getting a bad vibe from all this.
Are they trying to influence reality by doing something to the shadows?
Then how are we to act? This sounds like a crisis. Shouldn't we rescue the victims right away?
No, that was just speculation. After all, we've only witnessed the cognitive world side of things. Until we find out how all this is affecting the real world, we can only know half of what's going on. I'd say the first thing we need to do is investigate Alice and her victims.
Plus, if we make the wrong move in the cognitive world, there's a chance the ruler could have a shutdown in the real world.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to before. If we are facing Alice's own shadow, we don't want to destroy it because that would, worse than kill her.
Right. We need to get the story straight before we make any real moves, or we'll just be doing damage.
And this is what separates the Phantom Thieves from a certain other somebody who was using the metaverse back in... not naming any names.
Got it. But what are we gonna do? Crashing some random store opening probably only works once.
So, people do not share memories with their shadows, so the real-world Alice would not recognize us if we appeared before her, like from the metaverse, but even then, it might be hard.
Let's say we get into that once we're out of here.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Ann is taking this particularly hard, and she's said a few things that imply that she might be familiar with Alice in some way.
Well, we've confirmed the presence of the jail. Next, we look into Alice and any potential victims.
And how do we do that? Look into what?
The usual rumor mills, looking for anything about Alice. Gossip about her being abusive or other messed up stuff.
Good idea. Let's gather any intel that we can, both online and on the streets.
I've got the web crawling covered.
But if we're ever to gain conclusive proof of any rumors, I believe we'll need direct access to her at some point.
Direct access to a pop star sounds awfully tough.
About that. I may get to meet Alice tomorrow.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot. Wait, what?
What? For real? How?
Well, I had asked the modeling agency's president if I could meet her sometime. I heard she'd be on a TV show filming nearby, so I asked if I could visit the set. I was hoping to learn from her by watching her in action. I gave up on it after making plans with you guys, but I might be able to get the ball rolling again in time.
The timing's nothing short of kismet.
That means fate, by the way, and I mostly know that thanks to Ghost Trick.
Yeah, way to go, Lady Ann.
But I'm not making any promises about it, and there's no way we'd get to approach her either. Plus, our full group's just too big. The most I could even ask to bring is just one more person.
Protagonist privileges.
Well, that settles that. We're counting on you.
Give Alice shit when you meet her so you can get some evidence out of her.
Ooh, you really are ready for this.
Yes, Joker is in fact a master at giving people that.
I think I'll tag along with you. We'll be fine so long as no one sees me.
So that's 3 people,
For
technically.
today, let's focus on her potential victims. Let's go.
And so begins Operation Simp Hunter. So we can go around and press circle for some reason, I guess because it's a Warriors game. The attack button needs to be the examine button as well, I don't know, and gather intel. So this thing kind of works kind of similarly to how some parts of Persona 4 did, but what I really like is that there is a direct progress meter. Now, there's only a very small number of people that you can actually, that you need to talk to here, but I'm going to talk to everyone anyway. So also, if I had a nickel for every time that the first area of a Persona spin-off was based on Alice in Wonderland, I would have 2 nickels. Yeah, that kind of stuff just isn't going to magically stop. But she has gotten better.
That's true.
This should be helpful.
Yes, again, Futaba, do not show Sophia anything online that she is too young for. Please. I'm honestly surprised that Futaba never made her own AI companion by now.
Thanks!
So it's actually not necessary to talk to Futaba at this point, but it does get you an item. A salty Haya Papaya. So in other words, Yunaka when she gets a bad level up.
Leave it to me.
Here's the Ginza line gate. A lot of people, yep, had issues finding that in the original. Nag and nag, huh? I mean, you know, I guess at least my school was decent enough to not have us wear blazers in summer. You know, actually, yeah, although I prefer cats, personally. So yeah, now you can examine things with Sophia. Yeah, Sophia, you probably shouldn't learn about the effects of, cigarettes and causing horrible diseases and stuff like that. Also, this is where, Yoshida, Torinosuke was. Yeah, I wonder what he's doing right now. He and Toshiro really should meet up sometime. They probably have a lot to talk about. Okay, tell me more. Why is it always the airsoft shop? Firstly, though, you do want to examine the stores.
Really?
I mean, considering how much limited editions of games tend to sell out, I feel like that's probably less metaverse tampering and more just kind of normal. Oh, wow, coin lockers. Again, I just cannot see these anymore without thinking of you-know-what.
So,
Hi there, protein lovers. Has Akihiko visited you lately? I really hope Akihiko is less protein-obsessed in Reload. This is actually being recorded before Reload, but, yeah. Yeah, I knew people growing up who had like hundreds and hundreds of Facebook friends, and then Facebook imploded. Okay, rare person who doesn't like Alice here. Okay, that's interesting.
I can take your order whenever.
Meanwhile, Big Bang Burger actually has stuff we can buy. So, yeah, I definitely think I want to go for, restoring that to all allies. Like, an all-ally heal is definitely nice. Usually, most of these shops, there's a limit on how much of each individual thing you can buy, so I'm going to go ahead and buy them all out right now. You do want as many healing items as possible in Strikers, for reasons I've already explained, and also for one other reason. Okay. Also, speaking of Persona 3, Aohige is also a pharmacy in Persona 3, but, I've wanted to show off Aohige in Strikers for a while, because it has the best generic NPC shopkeeper voice in the game.
Hey there. That's what you're getting. Sold. That's super recommended. Thanks for your business. Come again.
Yeah, for some reason, the pharmacy generic shopkeeper is a Valley Girl.
take a look around.
Sadly, we can't really get anything hugely... Wait a minute. Is this the same effect as the Big Bang Burger, the single target Big Bang Burger item, but cheaper? I think it is.
Here are your items.
So, yeah, proof that big fast food chains suck, I guess.
Stop by again.
I usually don't go to the mainstream ones, but I do go to some others. Oh, I believe Makoto's line here might be something amazing that I remember.
Are you ready to order?
Sadly, you aren't selling amazing Phantom Thief merchandise anymore. These are all status cures, but we'll get into status ailments and stuff later. Is she gonna say it? Is she gonna say it? Yes! Makoto wants to see Dragon Like a Yakuza. A dark, serious crime drama about the most depraved, sordid elements of the criminal underworld.
Boys, get this man a diaper.
Yeah, that's definitely suspicious. I mean, that probably violates a whole lot of workplace laws. Apparently Makoto has more to say here. No, not really. I'm surprised that didn't give us any more of the Alice meter. The Alice meter is really weird, as you'll see when I finish this section, because one specific NPC ends up being worth a very large portion of it. Well, I mean, that kind of thing does actually happen with idols in Japan a lot. Hospitalized for exhaustion isn't new, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad Ryuji isn't around, otherwise he'd make that customary "you're gonna get fat, you know" comment.
See you later.
Oh, I mean, I guess sugar can, maybe help. Oh, you know, it does kind of hurt to be here and not have the Velvet Room entrance there. By the way, these two have incredible dialogue.
Hey!
Yes, maybe he was. Although, firstly, obviously, we have to check out Untouchable. Yeah, sadly, he's not around. I wonder what that implies for us. You're only allowed to go to a loan shark if your business is like really in the red, and again, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be referencing Yakuza a lot. Yeah, the obsession came out of the blue, huh? Yeah, that was worth a lot.
Damn it.
Okay, dude in front of Butchico, that's another lead. I believe if you talk to them later on, you get a really good line. Yeah, this guy is easy to miss. I believe he only spawns after you've spoken to Ryuji. And there we go, that's everything.
What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna hang around here. You can do this to just get by some more items, but I'm only really doing this because I want to see if they're actually saying the line. That might be the next in-game day when they say the amazing line. I think it's the next day. And regroup. So okay, a bunch of people are turning into simps out of nowhere.
So, how'd it go? Anyone learn anything useful about potential victims?
Yeah, we spotted a couple familiar faces.
We found some of the people who were attacked in the jail.
You really found them?
Which means the ones ambushed in the jail were indeed only their shadows and not their human forms.
But there's still one thing. They're all acting real weird.
Weird how?
They're all totally crazy for Alice.
So, picture Morgana for Arn, except somehow even worse.
They're even getting loans so they can buy more shit at her store. That's pretty weird.
Now that you mention it, I saw others behaving similarly in Shibuya.
Yeah, like this one couple nearly splitting up when the boyfriend bought everything Alice-related he could find.
There were even people let go from their jobs because they weren't Alice fans themselves.
I've even found some reports of Alice fans straight up assaulting outspoken critics of hers.
At first I figured Alice was just the latest fad, but this seems so much worse than that.
Maybe the people who had the desires taken from them went crazy.
If that's the case, then we have to do something.
Agreed. If such aberrant behavior continues to rise, we could easily find ourselves in an unwinnable position.
With the metaverse involved, we're the only people who can stop this.
Yeah, I mean, other than, like, C's and the investigation team, but I mean, I have no clue what they're doing right now.
We have to help. It looks like you've finished gathering intel on Alice's victims. Would you like to investigate her next?
Yep, let's break for today and pick this back up tomorrow after your trip.
Good luck with the Alice visit, you three.
Thanks. We're on it.
And now, Operation Simp Hunter gives away to Operation Simp Source.
Oh, heading out? Don't be too late coming back.
Boss, this curry is fantastic.
We know you.
Oh, thanks.
Nobody else does yet, but we've got the power of dramatic irony on our side. Oh no, not a certain TV studio, that's when we met him.
So this is going out live, huh? Even I'm starting to get a little nervous. You still good?
Hey, stay in the bag. If they find out we brought a pet in here, they'll kick us out.
A pet? Aw, well, I guess if I can't be seen, you two do your best to blend in too.
Just be thankful that we're not pulling the pretend you're a plush toy trick this time.
We're fine. All we're gonna do is watch.
Should I also make efforts to blend in?
Yeah, just hang tight for a bit, Sophia.
No prob.
Oh, here she comes.
Miss Alice on the set!
Holy crap! Oh, she really is adorable!
Cutting back from commercial. Back in 5, 4, 3.
Let's all yell swear words, they laugh!
And now, on to the hottest meet and greet segment of the show. We have a special guest with us today. She has taken the fashion world by storm and conquered it. Please welcome the designer, Alice Hiragi.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us, Alice. You sure have been keeping busy these days, haven't you?
It's only thanks to all my fans that I've been able to do what I do.
And what a number of fans you have! Talk about strong support. Am I wrong to presume that you designed the outfit you're wearing today?
It's just so cute. Very expressive.
Thank you so much! The theme of my current line is Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I mean, what was your first clue? That should be obvious.
I feel like fashion is a rare and beautiful thing that can take anyone into a world built on their dreams. You can find a side to yourself that maybe you didn't even know you had. Fashion can do so much for us. I try my hardest to focus on that whenever I design a new piece.
Such wise words from a successful industry veteran. What inspiration originally spurred you into fashion design, if you don't mind?
To be honest, I was very shy growing up. I didn't have any friends at school. I would get so lonely. I wanted to change so much, but I just couldn't figure out how to do it. Then, one day, I saw the most beautiful dress in a shop window. When I put it on, the whole world felt new. It was like I was hit with this blinding ray of light. I really can change. That's what wearing it made me think. I strive each day to give that same feeling to every person who tries on one of my designs.
So, like, that's all honestly really nice, if it weren't for the person who is saying it.
I want to give that ray of light to others. That's what inspired me to enter the fashion industry. Really? Huh.
Haha, now I can see why the young people love you so much. How do you handle all the dating rumors? What?
What's going on? I don't get it.
Is this some kind of scripted thing?
I wonder what's wrong. Are you okay?
Alice, I love you, Alice. Please, spend your life with me.
What?
Hey, what is all this, huh?
I didn't realize until now. I love you.
This is really out of the blue.
All right, stop it. Yeah, this bit's going on a little too long.
I mean it. I can't live without you.
What the hell? And what about me, asshole?
Is this real?
Those two were engaged already, right?
Wow, what a train wreck. I can't believe this.
Cut the commercial! Now!
I'm begging you, Alice, please!
Just shut up already! What has happened to you?
He's caught the simp virus.
What is this mess?
I'm so surprised that this interview show hasn't been cancelled yet, considering that everybody who goes on the show turns out to be an asshole.
That was actually live on TV, right?
Ooh, I can't believe he spilled his beans like that. Even I thought he went overboard with it.
It's probably going viral right now.
So, then do you think that host had his desire taken by Alice? Like, what kind of professional host would do that on live TV?
True. He didn't seem like he was in his right frame of mind.
Especially since it seemed to happen to him in the middle of a conversation.
Like he wasn't even there and someone else was controlling him.
Morgana, that's it! I don't know if all this is right, but his personality changed like when someone's heart was stolen. After the treasure? Maybe Alice can control anyone whose desire she steals.
If the desire is turned over to the ruler, they wind up under their control. Like with Alice.
So I really like this because this addresses something back in the original Persona 5. Some people found that the Phantom Thief's change of heart methods could potentially be really horrifying if used for less altruistic purposes. Well, we're actually seeing that here.
I see. That would really explain it. Amazing as always, Lady On.
But that would mean...
Yep.
Yeah, looks like it. Alice said she wants to be a ray of light for people. That's what I've always wanted too. I read about her in a magazine once, and I just really felt where she was coming from. It's why I asked to come to the show in the first place. I wanted to see her in person. But now, I wonder if that was all just...
Lady On.
Man, that was great. That was... Alice? Quick, hide!
Real world stealth, go!
Miss Alice, this is a public hall. Please, you must keep your voice down.
It's fine. See? No one in sight. Anyway, though, did you see that lady's face? She totally lost it up there. All those cushy, talking head types make the best faces when things finally stop going their way.
Miss Alice, do you think you could stop doing these things?
Huh? What do you mean? I was the victim on stage. What is it that you want me to stop doing?
I don't know how you're doing it or why, but after seeing that, there has to be something.
Oh, so you want me to punish you again?
Please, I'm sorry.
Oh, oops. What a terrible accident. Just like what happened on set. A terrible accident. I'm still upset over it too, you know. Isn't it your job to take my side? Or are you asking to end up broken like my last manager? Do you want to get stuck up in your room like he is? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I don't want toys that don't do as they're told.
Stop!
Then beg me to forgive you until it hurts as much as you hurt me with your words. Why don't you do what you did yesterday? Grovel with your face all messed up with snot. I'll take another video if you'd like. Come on, beg. Do it! Do it! I'm not gonna stop until you do, got it?
Hey, the guy sounds like he's in real pain. If she doesn't cut it out...
Hey, stop! And who is this?
At this point, Alice is probably like, please tell me you weren't recording all of that.
It was way too far. You said you wanted to be a ray of light for people. How the hell does that help?
Oh, we were just playing around, weren't we?
Yeah.
So you'll go get the car now?
Oh, hey, wait!
Hang on, are you on Takamaki?
You know who I am?
Yeah, I know all the models. I read every fashion magazine the day it comes out. Actually, I really admire you. Would you like to be friends? You obviously got Emma, right? My keyword is...
Don't bother. I'd never accept someone who treats another person like that.
Aw, too bad. But I do appreciate honesty. So, how about you? Would you like to be friends?
You don't even remember us, do you?
Like I said, we were just playing around. Hey, hang on. You were at 705 the other day, weren't you?
Oh, actually you do.
We're done here. Let's go.
Don't get suspicious, please.
That's a bummer. But I know I gave him one of my cards. Why doesn't he obey?
Yeah, that was what I was afraid of.